What's up guys, this is Zepton Tech and I'm going to be discussing the new leaks and rumors regarding the OnePlus Z, or now we can call it the OnePlus Nord. There has been a lot of speculation and debate on what this phone is going to be called, because first we got OnePlus 8 Lite because it's going to be the light version of the OnePlus 8. Then we got OnePlus Z, and now recently there has been a leak going around about a post from OnePlus that's going to be called the OnePlus Nord. So I think that is going to be the confirmed name of the phone, but we will be calling it OnePlus Z and OnePlus Nord throughout the video. Now when it comes to pricing, it is going to be $400 or €400, which is direct competition to the Samsung Galaxy A90 5G, which is also €400. So we're going to see some competition and rivalry between these phones. People are saying in this teaser image that it's going to be released in July, which is next month, so a quick release, and it's going to be perfect with these new launchings of the OnePlus phones because they release a new one every 6 months. So even if you released the OnePlus 8 a couple months ago, it's going to be the OnePlus 8T 6 months after that. So I think $400 is a great price because it's mid-range and also close to being budget at the same time. Now, it is going to be similar size to the OnePlus 7T in terms of height and width, but it is going to be a little bit thicker. The rear panel is said to be glass with curved edges towards the side, but with the front display being flat overall. Using a 2.5D Corning Gorilla Glass 5, a USB port sits on the bottom, but no headphone jack is seen to be found, which is quite weird because this is going to be a budget phone, but they're still looking towards the future and technology by not including the headphone jack, so that would be a little bit controversial. And it is surprisingly going to have water and dust resistance, an IP53 rating. So unlike the OnePlus 7 Pro, this one does have a rating on it, so you will be sure fine with a little bit of dust and water on the phone. It is going to come with 1080p, it is a 6.4-inch AMOLED display, and it comes with the 90Hz refresh rate, which is a flagship feature on many phones, and the iPhones still don't have 90Hz. So we're going to see more competition with these high refresh rate phones in the future, especially coming in at a low price. And when it comes to specs, it is going to include a Snapdragon 765G, which is a lot. It is not the fastest processor, but it's still like one of the high flagship, closer mid-range processors out there. So you're not going to get any slow results on this phone. And it's supposedly going to come with 12 gigabytes of RAM. So it's going to be flying fast. You can open up as many apps as you want. So this is very impressive coming in at that price point. So Samsung is really going to have to pick up their game to compete against this phone because they don't include 12 gigabytes of RAM on their mid-ranger. Is more close to 4 and 6. It is going to have a 32 megapixel camera, and it's not going to have a pop-up selfie camera like we do have on the OnePlus 7 Pro. So you can choose if you want a full screen display. You still have to choose the OnePlus 7 Pro or the OnePlus 7T Pro. Those rear cameras are going to be 48 megapixel main, 16 megapixel ultra wide, 12 megapixel telephoto, and it might have another one that is macro lens. So we're not super sure on the cameras, but I think they're going to have 4 cameras because as we see in a post on Twitter, they have the word soon with 4 O's, and each of those O's are cameras. So probably going to get a macro lens like they included on different phones. But I feel like it's a gimmicky feature, so it has like your ultra wide, your regular wide, and your telephoto lens. Overall, there has been more pressure in the market to release more mid-range phones or flagship phones at cheaper prices. They're going to release the new iPhones this year, starting at $650, so they need more competitive prices nowadays comparing to back then when Apple released their $1,000 phones, and Android companies can release $1,000 phones too because that's where the market's heading. But now that Apple is skipping back and going to cheaper prices, Android manufacturers need to slow down these heavy, almost $1,000 pricing because the OnePlus 8 Pro is like almost $900. I mean, for what if you're getting a $400 phone? that's almost all the same specs, just skimping out on a little bit of features, I mean, that doesn't justify the extra $400 you're going to be paying. And when this phone gets released, I think it's going to take away from people who might want to buy the OnePlus 7 Pro, because this phone is absolutely cheaper and it's brand new. So it's going to get probably more security updates. But we won't know for sure because Android is a bit tricky when it comes to updating their phones. You don't know which company is going to do it, or they're just going to forget about their older phones. So having a newer phone is better when it comes to Android updates. Please tell me in the comments what you think is going to happen to the OnePlus Z or OnePlus 8 Lite or OnePlus Nord, whatever you want to call it, because I want to know what you guys think about this phone in the comments below. Please like and subscribe to see more OnePlus videos. I don't know for sure if people want to keep seeing more OnePlus videos or more Android customization videos, so tell me what you think down below. Anyway, thanks for watching, and as always, peace out.